Okay, so we are recording and live streaming, so we're ready when you are.
Okay. Welcome to the April 30th, 2026 meeting of the Business Affairs and Licensing Committee. My name is Anton Malner and I'm chair of the committee. Tonight we are joined by committee coordinator Brian Lafferty. This meeting is called to order at 6:32 p.m. As a reminder, New York State law requires all committee members who are not able to attend the meeting in person to have their cameras on and their first and last names displayed from the time the meeting is called to order until the time the meeting is adjourned. Members of the public who are attending virtually, you can raise any questions or comments that you have through the Q&A feature of Zoom. Members of the public who are here in person, you can raise any questions that you have by raising your hand. If there's time following committee's discussion, you will field questions from the public. Tonight, Mr. John Keller will be taking the minutes. Thank you very much, John. We might take attendance by roll call. Brian, will you conduct the roll call?
Thanks, Anton. Committee members, when I call your name, please say present. I'll announce if there's a quorum. Paige Judge.
Present.
Thank you. John Keller.
Present.
Thank you. Anton Melner.
Present.
Thank you. I don't see Will Perry with us. Ann Sullivan.
Present.
Thank you. Sarah Whittington.
Present.
Thank you. Kat Polaro.
Present.
Thank you. With 6 or 7 members present, we have a quorum.
Thank you. The agenda for tonight's meeting was distributed ahead of time by the board office and is reflected on the screen before you. If there is no objection, we will adopt the agenda. Members of the committee, if you object to adopting the agenda, please raise your hand. Seeing no raised hands, the agenda is adopted. The minutes for the March 26, 2026 meeting were distributed ahead of time by the board office. If there is no objection, we will adopt the minutes as drafted. Members of the committee, if you object to adopting the minutes, please raise your hand. Seeing no objections, the minutes from the March 26, 2026 meeting are adopted. They will soon be available on the CB6 website. Also on the side, I'd like to thank Ann for running that meeting. Thank you very much. And from all the feedback I get, you did a very, very good job. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear
Some ground rules. In order to conduct an efficient meeting, let's observe a few ground rules. 1, no one may speak until granted the floor. 2, committee members who are here in person, if you have a question about committee business or wish to make a motion, please raise your hand and I will identify you so you can speak. Committee members unable to attend in person, if you have a question about committee business, you may raise your hand through Zoom and I will identify you so you can speak. All committee members, extremely important that only one person speak at a time so that members of the public watching at home can understand what is being said by each committee member. Chat function for committee members present via Zoom should not be used for committee business or question about agenda items. All such remarks should be made on the record by raising your hand through Zoom. Chat should only be used to alert us to any technical difficulties you are having or to state in writing information like an email address that was already stated aloud on the record during the meeting. Tonight's agenda. All right. Sidewalk roadway cafe requests. Number 1, dining out New York City application for sidewalk cafe, 4-year license for Last Group LLC doing business as Gramercy Tavern at 184.
Gramercy Kitchen.
Sorry, Gramercy Kitchen. Sorry.
Yes. No.
There is a Gramercy Tavern.
Yes. A couple of blocks away, of course.
At 184 3rd Avenue.
Yes, sir.
Looks like as the DOT asked you to regularize your long-standing permanent and closed cafe. It's been there since at least 2007.
Yes, it's been there, I think, since 1985, actually. It was blocked before me. 2007 is when we took it over, and it's been since, yeah.
Has DOT reviewed your physical?
Yes, and it was approved.
Okay,
And yet we did not pay it, did we? I feel like we did not have a page with like the dimensions and
I
clearances.
said, yeah, no section 2 or 3 was included in the DOT application.
Yes, my attorney, I think, sent everything over, all the paperwork, all the blueprint, everything. Yeah.
No.
Well, the blueprints are there, but there is a questionnaire, 2 questionnaires, sections 2 and 3, which were not apparently filled out.
Well, DOT didn't send them anyway.
Okay, all right. We got this from the DOT in as much as they appeared to have reviewed this. I don't have,
They have no,
No.
seem to have,
Yeah. and just, honest as an
Yeah,
aside.
they're running a little behind. That's what my attorney told me also. So I don't.
There is going to be another permanent sidewalk cafe. And the same thing, sections 2 and 3 were not
Yeah,
filled out,
yeah.
so I'm feeling the DOT has been not paying attention to that. Or it's
They're
not.
too busy restructuring Grand Army Plaza.
Anyway, I don't have any issues, members of the committee,
No, this is just one of many.
any hands up?
No, just for the record, sir, could you identify yourself and your role with the Gramercy Kitchen? Your name,
No, I'm the owner. Yes, I am. I'm Mario.
Mario Kattos,
Yeah, Mario Patos. Yes,
the owner, thank you.
KATOS. Correct.
Okay.
He's taking minutes, so he needs to have it for the record.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry.
I just said he's taking the minutes, so he needs to have it for the record.
okay, do I hear a motion to approve the
Motion to
DOT?
approve.
Second?
Second. Huh?
Okay, do any objections from members of the committee? Hearing no objections. We'll pass this and we'll approve it, and Brian, you're gonna be filling out the form? Okay,
Yes.
okay. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
I
very
will try-
much.
I will try to
Do
visit
you
you,
need?
I will try to visit you as Gramercy Kitchen, not Gramercy Italian.
Yes. Yes, precoce.
And have it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do you need me for anything else? Do you have any other questions for me?
No.
Thank you
you're
very
good.
No, have a good evening. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. All a good evening. Thank you.
Okay, items 2, 3, and 4 all relate to the Gem Saloon. One is number 2 is for a application for Roadway Cafe. Number 3 is application for a sidewalk cafe. And number 4 is an application for a sidewalk cafe.
I think on the other side, right?
One on Third Avenue and the other one on 27th Street.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the application, I'm a little confused. And this is, I guess, on DOT, but anyway, I noticed that the food service establishment permit expired on September 10th, 2025.
Yeah,
And,
like, that's a long time.
yeah,
I don't think we asked for a representative.
have you guys renewed it?
So they're Michael Kelly representing the applicant. So they're a new business. You might remember them. We recently applied under East Stroganoff Inc. The same owners have changed it into an LLC. That's why we're back. The sidewalk and the roadway were previously approved. So one of the applications is the enclosed cafe. And I
Yes,
know you were looking for sections 2 and 3 before. The
Right.
DOT was not taking them. They were going under the same enclosed cafe that was approved by the DCA. That's why they weren't interested in any clearances.
Is that, wait, is that for item 4? Don't talk- Brian may need
No,
to,
item 2 is the roadway, oh, right.
no,
Right.
it's like sidewalk, it's like 2 sidewalk cafes.
Mhm.
One of them is the roadway.
No,
No.
there are 3, Michael.
Yes.
One of them is roadway, 2 of them are sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one,
so
two,
we have the sidewalk on Third Avenue.
Right,
We have the enclosed cafe on East 27th Street. There's no sidewalk there. There's no room for it.
Well, that's it's an enclosed.
Enclosed.
right.
Sure, it does look like a sidewalk cafe, but that's the enclosed one.
Yeah.
And the other
Okay.
one is,
One of those has details that, sort of corridor type and clearance, and the other one does not.
the roadway doesn't have the clearances because the
No,
DOT is,
I'm just talking about the 2 sidewalk cafes.
okay,
We have 3 applications here.
yes.
I'm sorry, I'm a little hungry, so just
All right.
bear with me. And I have such faith in you, Michael, that I don't understand why something appears to be missing.
Okay,
So
all right, so we'll start.
the Third
I'm
Avenue
sorry.
one seems fine. The 27th Street one
It's the enclosed cafe.
enclosed and it has no details about corridor type and clearances.
The
Same thing,
DOT wasn't accepting that second page with all the clearances because they were accepting the application based on what the DCA previously approved. So the only enclosed cafes you're gonna see are enclosed cafes that were previously approved by the DOT and had a license between 2016 and 2020. That's why they weren't taking any sheets for the clearances,
right.
because these were already approved this way.
And they also did not, I guess, require sections 2 and 3 to be filled
Correct.
out.
Right,
All right.
right. So,
They just actually wanted a plan, that's all. So
Can I
you
ask-
might, like the other gentleman's plan was the old plan that was filed with the DCA. The DOT couldn't find our plan. That's why you're seeing it on this sheet, on the regular DOT sheet. So we had to have it redrawn.
can I ask you a question about the roadway?
About
Sure.
the,
Roadway?
yeah, sure, of course.
Michael, how many parking spots is 34 feet?
Yeah, one that's 31
Usually
feet, be about 5?
No. You cannot park.
No, not 5. I'm thinking about the width of a car.
You can say, I don't know, that's fine.
9.
But I'm
You
just
got
curious,
3?
like, that's how long the sidewalk cafe is, so
Yes.
that's how much. And I just really wonder, like, DOT is a theme here tonight, that, they wanna bring in containerization but we're losing parking spots to roadway cafes, which they're just, like, they're happy to as long as they fit. So I'm just kind of curious, like, how many more parking spots and or locations for containers are we losing here?
My best guess would be about 3 parking spots, 3 to 4,
Yeah, sounds very,
depending on how the size of the car.
Okay. All right, I have, I guess, a DOT question. On item number 1, which is, the roadway cafe. The CV6 deadline to submit is indicated as April 29th,
yeah,
yesterday.
Yep.
And on the other 2 items, they have a deadline of March 30th. I'm a little confused why we're getting it now. When did you submit these applications?
No, so Anton, DOT provided the application on March 30th.
Right,
So we have 30 days for roadway cappings.
okay, but they had deadline for submission by community board March 30th.
Well, if they put that, then
And the same
Wait,
thing,
was this the situation that Michael said they came back because they changed their LLC status?
No.
Okay.
Yes, we changed the entity. So basically, these applications are piggybacked onto the old application. So we're in the same position where we are under the old application as we are under these. I don't know if that had anything to do with them getting these to you and these deadlines.
well, my issue is we fill, let's say we approve this, we fill the application out, send it to DOT, the CB6 had no issues here and that we approved it. And they'll say, well, this is supposed to have been submitted 3 months ago.
no, yeah, no, that's a mistake that DOT put in. We received it on the 30th of March. So the actual deadline is 40 days past that for the 2 sidewalk and 30 days for the roadway. Now,
Okay,
all roadway cafes have to go before a DOT dining out public hearing.
okay,
So in that case where we only have the 30 days, which would have brought us to yesterday,
yeah,
they're having a hearing on the 5th, so we can, whatever we decide, we can.
well, then
Attend
it
that
has to go to
hearing.
the full board.
Well, there's been other cases where we haven't had time for an application to go before the full board.
Okay,
We still
Alright.
intend to.
but if the DOT says the deadline is March 30th, you say that's
That's an
40
out.
days, that's April 10th.
Yeah,
That's 3 weeks, it was already 3 weeks late.
No, as I said, we received all of the Gem Saloon, dining outs on, let's see here when I enter vote. We received them on the 30th of March.
March.
yeah, so
Mhm.
that's, but have we not had a meeting?
Yeah, we haven't had a meeting.
Oh,
since-
because our meeting was rescheduled.
Well, no, it's the last
Thursday of the.
Thursday
Oh,
of the
because
month.
it's, yeah, we've had, it's just
It
a
was after our
weird,
last
It was-
meeting that
Yeah.
we received it. We had our last meeting.
it was just a weird, like, the timing of the Thursdays.
Okay, well,
So it's moot,
it's,
moot, right? Like, whatever we say is,
it's,
No, well, we have the, as I said, we have the 40 days for the sidewalk cafes. And then we're given 30 days for the roadway cafe. However, they have to have the DOT public hearing, so we have an opportunity there.
okay, and you're also saying that it's not necessary to go to the full board.
Correct.
This
Yeah,
time.
there are times before when, because of the way that the timeline works, we've had to submit our comments before the full board.
Okay. Speaking of comments, any comments from members of the committee?
I live near this area because we had another one in my jurisdiction of the district. I have no issues with the schematics and the things in the application. I just want to put on record, the last time they had a roadway sidewalk cafe situation, they have a very lively nightlife. So you're talking about a very extensive hours of operation. There's a lot of heavy traffic. And to what Ann was saying about, you're taking away spaces of different caliber. I'm not even focusing on
Yeah.
containers or parking. I'm just concerned with the bottlenecking of that area. It's a one-way street. There's a lot of people going
We're
in that
talking about
area.
Third Avenue?
3rd and 27th,
Okay,
that corner on the northeast corner
Yeah,
is just, there's a lot of coming and going, so I just would employ the business to try and implement some kind of like, what do they call it?
well, I think in the schematics, they do have the appropriate,
Right, but
Exactly.
I'm, as a community member, just emphasizing that they work within the community.
yeah, I had a question about
To
the
do
Third
that.
Avenue seating. If you go back into Google Maps, you'll see that you have contiguous two tops all the way up and down on Third Avenue. And I noticed that your application, you only have single tops,
Oh,
single two tops. So are you in effect limiting the number of? like,
We're gonna have less seating, yeah, that was during the COVID seating. So they were allowing you to have tables against the building as long as it was together.
Okay. All right. Any comments from members of the community? Do I see any hands?
We do not see any raised hands.
Okay. I think it would be appropriate to bundle a resolution for these three items because it refers to the same legal entity. Do I hear resolution one to bundle and two to approve
Bundle,
second,
the DOT applications?
approve.
second.
Okay. Do
Did
I
I
hear,
make one comment? I'm sorry.
Please.
I will talk to the owners about the foot traffic on the block. If they haven't had somebody out there already when it gets busy, just to make sure things are kept moving.
They do have bouncers, Michael, and just to give them credit, I'm talking more about wayfinding and so
Uh-huh.
that people understand, you know, this is an active public, you know, sidewalk, and just to be, you know, it's a balance and I don't wanna give them a bad, you know, rep, but yeah, I appreciate you mentioning that.
I'll talk to them.
okay, do I hear any objections to the resolutions to bundle and to approve? Hearing no objections, the resolution is passed.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Nico.
Okay. Okay, next item, two items, new cannabis license application, but they're not new, they're renewals. First one is a cannabis renewal application for retail dispensary license for Organic Relief Leaf LLC, doing business as Urban Leaf at 977 7th Avenue. Is their representative available?
I believe they said that they would not be attended. Yeah, so I don't see, the applicant. They had said, you know, they understand, and I explained to them that there's no way for us to compel them to attend. They're
No,
not
there is
required.
not.
They did, shortly before the meeting, submit their community impact plan.
Oh,
That's the first thing I was
So-
gonna
wait,
ask.
Relief did?
Yes, they did.
Wait, like in the last 3 hours?
Oh. My first and only question. Community impact plan.
I'm pretty sure this is one of the first that I've seen of these applications, whether they're renewals or.
So are you pulling that up?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Oh,
walk.
that's not up on our,
It's in the air table, but
Yeah,
like I said, it
you
came
know,
in a couple hours.
not, sorry, not good enough.
all right, so we have a conundrum here. They did do the community impact plan, but we as a committee, I think, should be hearing from the applicant,
Yeah,
at least to discuss the community impact plan and why it's done that way and what they intend to accomplish.
not speaking on their behalf, but I think part of what we might see as a trend with these kinds of applications, renewals or not, is the community impact is going to replace this, because it's kind of, my interpretation was it's self-explanatory of the community engagement and goals that they would otherwise say in person or virtually, whatever, whichever.
Brian, can we lay this over till next month and ask them to kindly, I know we can't force them to
We
come.
we won't have enough time.
Won't have enough time, so we have to.
So-
I'm just concerned that, we get it 3 hours ahead of a meeting when we're
Yeah.
all busy and have jobs and.
And I
didn't
literally
see
was at
this.
a meeting about evaluating cannabis dispensaries.
Right.
And like, this is one of the issues.
One of the big things that was brought up by the OCM.
Yeah,
Well, trying to play a little bit of devil's advocate here. They did submit the community impact, which is a new element I think we talked about last month, that
Yes.
these applicants will have to, going forward, commit to. Since this is a renewal, what I'm curious about, kind of like what we were saying about Handcraft's new owners and within the first year, and we're going to talk about them later. But like having a level of accountability, so I'm wondering if we could put like I don't want to prevent a resolution going forward. I know that we're a little bit incensed that they didn't show up. However,
no.
I would love to put a stipulation in the resolution of them adhering to these goals. They have definitive goals at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Like, that's by law.
Right, but
The
they
issue
didn't have to
is
do that last
OCM
time.
doesn't.
No, because
allow
it's
this.
only about renewals, not,
Right,
it's, and
no.
there are no stipulations, that's only SLA.
Correct.
Right, but I'm
So
just
it doesn't
curious.
have, it has no
what the
force
tracking-
any more than we have force. But I think, isn't there a thing where we actually, I think this may be only when we get the municipal notification that we can ask for a 30-day extension?
Yeah, we already did.
So this is the after the
No.
30-day extension. And was that also a
This is-
timing thing because of where the meetings fell?
Yeah, so we got the application, I think, right before the last meeting.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like we're not asking a lot, and I came in here thinking, yeah, they seem fine, but like, where's this, I've never heard any problems with it, and I agree, this whole, like, it is a little bit of a flip-flop on OCM, but, and I have to say, this is the best looking CIP than we've seen, like, there's actually some substantial things there, but like, had I gotten this 24 hours ago, I would have said, fine, you don't have to show up. But right now, I'm not really like, and if they were here, they could probably talk me into it,
Yeah,
into having said something 3 hours before or 2 hours before. But with neither of those things happening, good luck.
it's a matter of consideration more
It
than
is.
legal requirements. And I pass by Urban Leaf all the time.
Yeah.
And, they seem to be running a nice business. They have.
We have no community complaint.
No complaints. And they seem to be doing the right things.
But we're not in the position to comment because they weren't here, so can we just have no comment on this without opposing it?
you could do a resolution of no comment, you could, just choose not to do a resolution at all.
Okay.
I'm thinking of what we see on these renewals for SLA applicants. 99% of the time, we could say anything we want,
Yeah.
but the SLA is gonna approve the renewal.
Well, yeah. I mean, we saw the way the resolution of no comment went last time. Right, which was like, people were not thrilled with that. But on the other hand, I feel like that's appropriate. It's like, we have insufficient information to respond to this. The information I'm prepared to type. The information on which we would have made a decision was received 2 hours prior to the meeting. And no representative from the licensee appeared to answer any questions that we might have had.
From my reading in now, I think this is pretty general. I'm not certain that
But
this
there
is.
were metrics and there were populations. So here's my notes of what there should be, of what should be in.
Mhm.
So
But that was my,
Yeah.
my bringing up a stipulation in the resolution, so counter to the no comment. Is making a comment explicitly of, it wasn't clear about how this is going to be. Monitored and tracked, what within a 12-month period would be. Their due diligence of being accountable for these goals, like that's the only thing that I think from a community perspective that would be fair to add. In a resolution without
Yeah, I don't think
having a lot.
in our
more
meeting
influence.
with the OCM, did they mention how this is gonna be monitored?
they're gonna look at it like 2 years from now. They're gonna look at it the next renewal.
It's a pilot, yeah.
And honestly, the way the legislation is written, this was supposed to be part of an initial application. But they never did that, so now they're sort of
Catching up.
backfilling,
Yeah.
yeah, and doing it as renewals. And I do sympathize that people are getting caught off guard and, but at the same time, it's like, it's not, it's, if you wanna be part of the community, these are kind of some of the things you do.
You show up.
Show
Or
up.
something.
What do they say?
Or-
Half of success is showing up? I don't know, Kat, you disagree. I respect your thought.
No, I'm just,
But I mean, the stipulation, it's like, it doesn't need any. A stipulation, and where would that stipulation go? A resolution of what?
So we either have sounds to me like we have a choice of resolution of no comment or no resolution. I'm open to either.
I'm not sure. Kat, do you feel that
Okay,
way?
do we have to have a resolution? Even though this is on the agenda, it's public.
Yeah. Actually, and
Record.
that's a
You
question
should.
I have for our process, which is like, do we have a database of things for which we have no resolution?
Database of things that we have a resolution for, that I'm not sure.
Yeah. Cause that, I mean, institutional knowledge,
Yeah. I mean, of course, we have all of our agendas.
agendas,
Yeah,
right?
So,
But maybe not as searchable as,
well, everything's on Dropbox.
Huh?
And, yeah, so. Yeah.
Hmm.
But,
Sarah? Be quiet.
I just think not showing up, and to me, that's an assumption that this is going through without even having to have a discussion. And I still think, I understand, what the stipulation goals are, but I still think this is pretty generally written. It's not specific enough to my feeling about how it should read with regarding the goals and some of the other information that is just said this is happening, and I think it needs to be substantiation for it.
So it's there. So it's almost damned if you do it, damned if you don't. If you write no comment, well, why is there no comment? If you don't do anything and just let it go, somebody's gonna ask, what the
Yeah.
well,
It's on
I
the
will
agenda.
say
What
that
happened?
when, this applicant appeared for the first time before the committee.
Yeah.
The committee wasn't able to reach a consensus, and so no resolution was passed.
Huh.
So there, I mean, there is precedence, and perhaps that's why they decided it wasn't worth it to come tonight. I don't know, can't speak for them, but
Yes, because OCF just like saying yes, basically.
Or, but
No. I'm
What was the
not gonna
date they
repeat
were
that.
here before? I don't know.
So we did not have a resolution for the previous one. There you go. That's why that would be useful. But I do, I mean, that makes me feel even more that we should have a resolution on record. It is saying specifically, we are unable not just that we are unable to reach a conclusion on it, or maybe it's, I mean, that's our only choices, right? Comment or no comment? Like, we can't comment that because of the absences or lateness of the communication, that
We are unable
we
to
are
comment.
unable, well, no, we're unable to comment because, or that we're unable to support this renewal because of that.
On the other hand, talking about, we have the minutes of the meeting, which tie back to the agenda, and the minutes could be very clear. The committee was unable to reach a consensus as to whether a resolution was appropriate or not, given that A, the principals did not show up, although they are not required to under the law, and B, the community impact plan was submitted too late for the committee to review.
And Sarah, would you want something to say and was not particularly substantive? Or you
Is that
can let
necessary?
that go, yeah,
I guess I would let that go.
Yeah.
But it would be part of questioning.
Well, there was no
Yeah.
opportunity to discuss it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, I would put it like that.
Yeah, I can just note that in the minutes.
Yeah, I think, we've got to get something, on paper official,
Got it.
because, if we don't make a resolution, who knows, going back legally, well, why was there no resolution? Or read the
Yeah.
minutes?
I feel like we should have a resolution, because I think our thinking on it may not be entirely unified.
Hmm.
It is consistent on what we feel our sort of concerns are. At least so with this.
I'm just, I guess, I'm sorry for my naivete, but so our options for OCM applications, Anton, is those two options? Not submitting a resolution or submitting a resolution with no that's it?
Does the OCM require us to submit a resolution?
Yeah,
No, we don't have to submit. So you can choose not to submit anything. You could choose a resolution of no comment, you could choose a resolution of objection, you could choose a resolution of.
so
no
that's four
objection.
different things, basically.
Okay,
There's at least four.
The thing is, I mean, we are talking to two audiences, right? We're talking to OCM and we're talking to both the current, it's three, but the current community board and sort of the historical record.
Yeah, and it was November of 2023.
Which
November
makes sense, so if
30th.
they're coming up for renewal, like in April.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they
May
got their
20,
initial
yeah.
license and,
But it has to have been like, I think it's 2 years and 3 months, like you can operate 3 months after,
Really? No.
like while a renewal is pending. I think they built that in because they know that OCM is not, has a backlog, I'll just say it that way.
I think the only thing I'm going to say is I don't want to demonize Urban Leaf.
So you don't want.
I don't want to demonize Urban Leaf when there are others that are gonna, and probably the next one, that have community impact plans and might come to a meeting. I just don't want to like put them as an example, for all other cases, because
Well,
this
how
is.
about if the reso included saying, well, there are no community complaints, or for this location. And, we have no reason to believe it is, not a good community member. Like, we still have these concerns. Would that ease that?
Yeah, I think that we have like a responsibility to find a
Yeah.
balance, and after several full board meetings over my tenure of the last year being new on the board, this has been a contentious area for our committee, and people raise a lot of questions and we don't have a lot of answers, but we're doing the best that we can. But I feel like as mediators here, I just feel a responsibility to.
So you feel that we should.
I feel like we should find a middle ground.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Some-
say we're demonizing.
No,
We're
no.
not trying to demonize, we're
No.
just saying there's.
But this this is a new application that we haven't seen community impacts associated with, regardless of the timing of when they submitted it, that's what I'm saying. This-
No, it meant it's a renewal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it sparked more more
But I
of
mean,
a
we had
dialogue.
this discussion last week.
We
about
did.
Not having, and it was like, oh, okay, like this is brand new, but no, it's not quite brand new. And like they knew when we were meeting and like, even if they had sent it at noon today. Like, there's really just something about, like, it says whether it's a priority for them.
Brian, did you speak to these people directly and they say they're not gonna show up?
Yeah, so they called after I had invited them and they said, you know, OCM didn't tell us that we had to attend a community board meeting. And I said, well, there's no legal requirement and we can't compel you. But we invite you. And even if you're not able to attend, we would still like your community impact plan. So they did send that. I sent it shortly before the meeting, but
Yeah, I was having a conversation with somebody at this meeting I went to this afternoon. And obviously a different community board, but she said, well, you know, do you know if it's like Zoom or do you have to be in person? And it's down in Bushwick. And she said, and somebody there said, oh no, they have a Zoom meeting or a hybrid, but you can go in person. She said, I know it's always the right thing to go in person. Like you can read the room better. You can, you know, you
Right,
can,
yeah.
you know, you don't get as flustered. They can see who you are better. And I just feel like, yeah, you don't like, we don't want to do that. It's not a priority. So why should we give you support? Maybe I should eat some sugar.
My feeling is that we should have a resolution of no comment. And put the 2 or 3 reasons. Irrespective of the legal requirement that you don't have to show up. And we do have the community impact plan. And from a community member point of view, they seem to be running a responsible business, unlike some others in the community. So, do I hear a no objection to that? I mean, not no objection. Do I hear a resolution of no comment with
With those reasons.
reasons?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Thank you. Cause I see you taking notes.
I should have asked any comments from members of the community.
yes, any members of the public, if you would like to speak, you can raise your hand on Zoom. And I think we're joined by a member of the public in person.
That's great.
You just come to watch the action.
Do I hear any objection to this resolution? Hearing no objection, it's passed unanimously.
Huh?
I think this is something we're gonna discuss a little bit further. This is the first renewal we looked at,
No,
was it?
So,
No.
no, we had one last time.
Yeah,
We had one last time, I'm sorry. I wasn't here.
oh, yeah, right.
but
I don't
not,
remember.
not
Yeah,
with
it was
the,
often very good.
CIP, not with
You know
this-
what?
not
They
with this-
didn't have it, but they should have,
Right,
but
no,
they
should.
only knew that like,
It was, yeah,
it was like
It
the
had
week
just
before,
happened.
and they were working on
Yeah.
it. So it,
Okay.
like, it was on their radar.
but for this committee, this is the first renewal with the CIP
Yes.
that we've seen, yeah.
Or without, or
Yeah.
I guess they're both with,
Oh,
but I'm sorry, if it wasn't out there at like 5 o'clock, like I just, at 4 o'clock, I mean.
It comes back to not whether you're a good businessman, whether you're required to do this for the committee, but just for consideration.
And the whole thing of being the,
We're 7 or 8, 9 of us putting in our time. We should be given the consideration of having at least 24 hours to read the community impact plan. Is there any way we could put that kind of, what does the OCM say? I mean,
The
They
OCM
just
says
say-
yes.
They just say, you know, you gotta have a plan.
No, they actually have very strict, like a rubric about what problem or need does your community impact plan seek to address?
Mm.
Who are the communities and individuals disproportionately impacted you intend to target? What region and zip code is the target population based? Estimate a number of individuals within target population you intend to impact.
Yeah.
What research have you done to understand the needs of your target population? I could go on.
Well, yeah, that's their
It
rules.
used to, but it
The
doesn't.
question is,
I don't know.
does it say any place in there that the community impact plan should be presented to the community board?
No, there
It's
is,
not a requirement.
it's not a requirement. They are not required. We are allowed to ask, and I believe once we ask, I mean, if you don't provide it. But I don't think, like, I think they are not required to provide it in the same way they are not required to appear. Like, they can just say whatever, like,
Yeah.
we know OCM's gonna say yes, so what do we care?
Yeah.
So, but I am not 100% sure of that, but that's my
Okay,
sense.
that's a question.
But that's actually something that apparently OCM has gone back and forth on a lot.
Okay, I think if community boards say, hey, they do a community impact plan, hey, shouldn't we at least have a say by looking at it first or whatever?
And in fact, we'll talk about this more with the next one, but when I showed that to somebody who's very familiar with these. This is why I asked Brian if it had been submitted to OCM, they said, oh, that, they would have rejected that immediately. And so I guess, I mean, that's a question I would ask if the Urban League guys were here, folks, I don't know what gender they are. If, I would ask, did you submit this to the OCM and have they responded?
Yeah. And as the
Yeah,
OCM.
but I did reach
required-
out to OCM, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Hear back.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Okay, so, let's move on. Item number 6. Another renewal application, retail dispensary for Media View LLC doing business Green Genius at 214 Third Avenue. Is there a representative available?
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Erin Zhang. I'm the owner of Green Genius Dispensary.
Okay, have you prepared and submitted a community impact plan?
I did email it like on Tuesday morning.
Yeah, have you submitted it to OCM?
We did, but we haven't heard back from OCM.
Cause you just sent it Tuesday.
No, I sent it to you guys on Tuesday, but I submitted the application to OCM last week.
You sent the CIP to them last week.
Last week, yes. And then I send you the notification to you guys right away after I submit the renewal application to OCM.
Okay, Brian, did we get the CIP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on.
This is it. It's like nothing.
Oh, well,
It's like such half. I mean, excuse me, you heard me going off about this, but other people, and you are here. And we really do appreciate that you are here to address our concerns. And I see online that you have like 854 5-star reviews, so you must be doing something right. But this CIP does not meet any of the requirements that OCM outlines in their guidelines for this. You don't talk about what the target population, you don't talk about what you're planning to do, you're not talking about any kind of budget, you're not talking about any kind of metrics. You don't talk about timing. Like, there's nothing, like, I have no idea whether you're talking about doing adopt a highway or, you know, a garden cleanup. Like, what ideas are you thinking about for this?
I have to admit, it is a very general plan. Sorry about that, but we are actually about to work with Stuyvesant Park to see if we can get more engaged in the community.
Have you looked at the like community board website, or do you have any understanding of what our district needs are?
No, sorry. But I will.
Hi, Erin, thanks for being here, and fielding our questions. In an effort to just give critical feedback that might be helpful to think more expansively on what your business and the power it can have on our community. We were just talking about another renewal applicant, Urban Leaf. I would suggest, because I think it's accessible, it's on the Airtable. I would suggest taking a look at that one, because counter to what I think Sarah said, I think it is a little bit more explicit about some of the requirements that
Yes.
Anne was talking about that might generate some ideas for when you talk to Stuytown residents, but I think that's what we're really looking for when we have, you know, cannabis applicants come to our meetings, is we want to be good partners and see the business thrive as well as the community thrive in partnership. So that would be my recommendation. And I echo what Anne said. This is really general. And it's kind of a waste of time too.
Any other comments? Have there been any complaints, Brian?
No, none.
I mean, I think we're definitely in a transition period here with the
Sure.
new
Yeah,
impact plan and, you know, this. I didn't do extensive research on it, but this seems to be a establishment that's following the rules and
right.
Yeah.
in the neighborhood, so I would be in
And
favor.
I think, you know, with the situation now with since Yosi, excuse me, is being more stringent about what the law requires, that I think even they are not 100% sure what is acceptable for them.
Right. Well, I mean, they have an outline, but as you say, you know, you submitted this a week ago and you haven't heard back, whereas, you know, I don't know whether it would, I personally don't think it passes, because like, you don't have any ideas like what you're gonna do. Do you wanna work with the school? You know, do you wanna work, like, we can give you ideas, like do a canned food drive, like, there's so much low hanging fruit. And, but you are here and I kind of don't want to penalize you for that. But I think it might be a good idea for you to pull something together that's a little bit sharper, like a little more detailed, because OCM may well reject this. Like, they may say that's not an acceptable CIP.
If that's the case, I will definitely submit a more detailed one to you guys and OC. That's for sure.
I'm okay with this.
Yes, I'm okay.
Yeah,
That's the-
me too.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion to approve?
I would move to approve.
Second.
Second. Do I hear any objection to motion to approve this applicant's renewal? Hearing no objections, it's passed unanimously. I think in our resolution, we can indicate that it is recommended that the community impact plan be, how should I say,
More detailed.
strengthened, more detailed
Yeah.
Adapted to the requirements
requirements.
listed in
I would like that and add some more specific goals.
the
and
targeting
metrics.
population,
Yeah.
the type of programming.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that it will be resubmitted to OCM and Community Board for review.
To me.
Works for me. Okay. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing your revised community impact plan.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, like I sympathize with the applicants.
They also have a nice aesthetic. I don't know if you've walked by their place. Yeah, it's very posh.
Well, it does get.
Oh, I should say that to you, Erin. It's, your aesthetics are very posh. They're very nice, very classy, so appreciate that.
Classic.
It's classy, no, it is.
And she came, thank you for
Okay,
coming.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
okay. Item 7, class change for on purposes liquor license for Mules Point Court doing business as Saprathi at 245 East 14th Street. Now, actually, we have two applications
Yeah.
over here, one for a class change and item 11 for an alteration. Now, I was very confused. In any case, is there a representative available?
Yes.
All right.
My name is Frank Palillo. How are you?
Oh, yes. Hi. Okay.
Oh, that sounded bad, didn't it?
It did,
It did, right?
I agree.
Him again.
Okay, ready. Yeah. Okay, the questionnaire for the class change says license adjacent storefront, move bar to new storefront, reconfigure seating. And then this is a request to upgrade to full liquor license. Now, item 11. Alteration for wine, beer, and cider license for the same business. And as I recall, I don't know, it was the meeting before last that we looked at this location and we approved the sidewalk seating. Now, what are they doing? Are they moving storefronts or?
What's happening is looking at the screen where it says convenience store. That's going to become part of Saparavi, part of the restaurant.
Right,
So we're going to be one restaurant at this point. And what we're doing right now, because we have wine, beer, and cider, is first we're annexing the store next door, and then we're going to upgrade it to full liquor.
Okay. All right, so the other thing it says, application says seating is within the building footprint.
Right, you see
Yeah.
that little, that box, those boxes? That's within the building line.
Really?
Really?
You'll notice that's within the building line, that little area there. Actually, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Tina, I'm wrong. That's on the sidewalk, isn't it?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
seating within the
that
building
is-
line, you can't see
Yeah.
in that photo. It's between the store and the sidewalk area.
There is the entrance of the basement. That's the line of the building.
Right, you see that wrought iron fence?
That's the,
Right.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
To the
That's
left of that is seating, that's within the building line.
yes.
The stuff where that lady's standing is sidewalk.
Okay, so I'm a little confused because when we looked at this, there's a couple of meetings ago. The request was for sidewalk seating. And it's a DOT request.
I think that was a year ago,
It-
last
but
year.
isn't it the same space?
No,
No.
because we always had the seating within the building line. That was always our seating.
Okay, and that was a DOH approval because it was in the building line.
Correct.
They approved it. Yeah.
So why did he come to us for a DOT approval for our sidewalk seating? I'm missing something here. It's either-
No, I think they did because they asked me last time they reached out to me. It was the insurance that I provided, and they said that I was all set.
I just, how far is it from the sidewalk seating to the curb? Like, it just, like, looking at that building, it's a little odd to me that the building line goes that far.
Unfortunately, you don't have a photo without that seating area.
Okay, now,
Yeah.
the restaurant to the right with the blue of the
In the
green
picture,
that's
yeah.
left. With the green.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Now, I know that came before the committee twice, as I recall.
And Winslow was with us on the board
Yeah,
meeting.
They're not talking about your place.
Okay,
But that's sidewalk seating, not,
all right, and we approved the sidewalk seating for the green awning.
Yeah, yeah,
The
it's
Laurel, the
Winslow.
Laurel.
Okay.
No,
so
it's
the-
Winslow. Yeah,
then the
yeah, it's
question-
Laurel, yeah.
If you're within the building line in terms of your seating, then, what's the name of that restaurant?
The Laurel.
The Laurel is also within the building line.
No, that's not, that's
No,
not.
no.
If you could go back to the left again,
parallel.
Yeah, you-
okay, where the umbrellas are, that should be in complete line with the Laurel, and that's
Yeah.
sidewalk seating.
yes, I agree.
As you go further past them towards the restaurant, there are
Uh-huh.
how many tables, Tina?
We have 3.
There's 3
Two
little
and then-
tables
Where
under that
the-
awning,
the
under that
blue-
awning, and opposite those stairs, that railing.
No.
So with that blue purple umbrellas?
The blue,
Yes.
no, the purple umbrella is the sidewalk.
No,
Tina.
purple. Yeah, those are sidewalks, yes.
Those are sidewalk.
Like
It's
we have one
beyond that.
this side.
Oh, the-
it's beyond that,
old-
further in.
Further toward the building?
Yeah, you can see those tables?
Those
Yeah,
look to me like they're inside the building.
They are.
No, they're not. It's
fine.
covered, but it's not
Yeah.
inside.
Cover, yeah.
So under the awning, like
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
George and Eatery, got
Okay,
it.
so they're not in the building line. That falls in the purview of the DOT. Approval
Right.
we gave a couple of months ago. And then you're gonna take over the next, whoops, where did it go?
No, something's wrong.
The.
This is an outdated photo, maybe? There we go, that's right. Take
Okay,
it
so
over the
you-
convenience store.
Convenience store.
Cool. Let you know the business is doing so well.
I think they
Okay.
mostly sold paraphernalia.
No, I'm saying I'm glad to know your
Your
business
business.
is
Oh,
doing so well.
I thought you meant that one, yes, thank
that
you.
You can expand.
Okay. Okay, so it appears we have two requests here. One, to upgrade the license from wine, beer, cider to a full liquor license. Two, an alteration, because you're gonna be serving alcohol in that space in front of the convenience store.
No, the convenience store itself.
Oh, and the convenience,
We,
so, okay, so it's gonna be the,
and you've already taken over the lease on that?
Yes,
Yes.
all right, so in effect, there will be one Super Avi
correct.
drive,
Correct.
and two
Storefronts.
Yeah,
storefronts, right?
and,
Okay,
and you want a full liquor license for both of those?
We want to upgrade. We've had our liquor license for about 26 months. We've had wine and beer for 26 months, and it's time to upgrade.
okay. Okay,
Hi, Paige. It's nice to see you.
Good to see you, Frank.
okay, and then
We have no
question,
complaints, right?
So 7 and 11 are basically for what will be the same establishment.
yeah, that's what I.
And the one is asking for the class change. And the other is asking to upgrade the wine, beer and cider license to a liquor license,
Yeah.
full license.
Correct.
I think I got that.
No, it was, yeah.
And the class change again, is it specifically what?
It's going from wine, beer, and cider to full liquor.
Okay, so it's basically 7 and 11 are basically the same
Yeah,
thing.
Well, one is for the other.
What, for the
location, so
Federico
expand.
store.
Yeah,
Different storefront.
Okay, I think I got that. All right,
okay.
but should we consider them both together? But
Yes,
yeah.
do I hear any further comments about members of the public? Any hands raised?
Members of the public, if you have any comments, please raise your virtual hand.
I have one question. I'm looking at the picture over here. There will not be sidewalk seating in front of the convenience store?
There will be, but not right now.
Not right. Okay, how are you gonna fit it in? Because the restaurant to the right is right up to your convenience store line.
We're still exploring what we can and cannot do there.
You may have conversations with your neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, the architect also has to tell us what we're allowed to do and what we can't do. Obviously, we can't go right up against them.
And as, I'm maybe not looking correctly, but is that a cellar door on the
Yes.
sidewalk? I can read it.
Wait a minute. I don't see it anymore, Tina. It should be there, isn't it?
What?
The door to
Frank?
the vault, the cellar vault door?
Yeah,
I think there was something about that.
well, in order to,
Oh, wait a minute. I know the answer. There's only access from the existing Saparavi.
Yeah, yeah.
And that vault is where that wrought iron is, inside there. That's what it was.
go to the
The
right,
vault, the wrought iron, in there is the sidewalk vault for our deliveries and things like that.
okay,
So
just,
you're seeing something just to the right of that, that's
just to the
dark
right, between the two doors of the convenience store. Just good, look, yeah,
there.
what is that like? Oh, that's not.
That's
that's
rain.
Just a mat.
It's like a
Oh,
foot mat.
Matt.
Matt.
No,
okay,
no, that's the mat. That's nothing.
fine, okay. All right,
Nothing to see here.
This is where the access is to
Yeah.
the basement.
right, and.
Behind, not under it presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Behind the
when we-
wrought iron.
Yeah, I think when we looked at this, we asked about whether it has, the cellar door was, approved by the department. It had to be reinforced and before you could put any tables on it.
Well, that's if they put a table on, but
There's no
Okay.
tables on it. There's no
Okay.
tables on it.
We're all set. All right, do I hear a motion to bundle item 11 and 7 and 11? Uh,
7-Eleven.
and to one
Is that
resolution
bundles?
Yes,
approving the alteration, the class change, and class change.
yeah, I just said.
And I second it.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was for the bundle and for both?
it was for both.
All right, we
Okay.
can bundle the bundles.
Oh,
You're laughing face. Hangry to laugh.
all right. The resolution is to bundle and to approve both requests by Saparavi. Is that the correct pronunciation, Saparavi?
Saparavi. Yeah.
For their request for an alteration and for class change on their liquor license to full liquor. Do I hear any objections? Hearing no objections, passed unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Brian, do me a favor, when you finally draft these out, could you send them to me? I just want to make sure we got all the wording in before we send it to the full board. Okay,
That's me.
all right. Corporate change. The number 8 wine, beer and cider license for Columbus Rest Incorporated, doing business as Cooperstown Restaurant at 339 First Avenue. As essentially from what I'm reading, that one owner is buying out the other 50% owners.
That is correct. Good afternoon. Well, good evening to everyone. My name is John Mitchell. I am the attorney and representative of the Cooperstown Restaurant. They've been in business now roughly 42 years. Unfortunately, one of the partners, who's now 68 years of age, suffered a stroke and feels it's time for him to retire. So he basically will be selling out to his other partner, Michael Columbus, his shares. The business will be run in the same fashion. They have a beer and wine license. They've had the license for over 30 years. They've had a good reputation. I don't think any violations with respect to the license, and the business will continue as usual. It's an American-style continental restaurant. They serve breakfast, lunch, dinner. Their hours are 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Brian, any complaints registered?
Both principals, by the way, are here. Michael Columbus and Fotios Battis. I think you can see them both.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
What was the second gentleman's name? I got Michael Columbus and.
So I'm pointing over here. If you can see, this is Michael Columbus and Fotios Frank Battis. They both operated the business for, as I said, close to 40 years, maybe a little longer. 42 years to be exact.
32 years. That's longevity in the restaurant.
Mhm.
They were young men when they started, and they're still young men in the senior development.
Senior young men.
In the senior development, 68 and 64.
Okay. Do I hear any comments from members of the committee?
Yeah, the only thing I noticed is that we don't have a phone number for the manager on duty.
Sure, no problem. What is the phone number of the business?
212
212
677
677
9287.
9287. That's the business.
Awesome, thank
Okay.
you. So you know we're doing our homework.
And
Do I
also,
hear any comments or see any comments from members of the community?
Members of the community.
No hands up?
If you'd like to raise your hand to speak. I don't see it.
Okay, do I hear a resolution of no objection to the structure change?
So moved.
second,
Second? Okay, do I hear any? Well, do I hear any objection from any member of the committee? Hearing no objections, this resolution is passed. Gentlemen, thank you, maybe another 32 years.
And thank you also. Good
Thank
evening
you.
to everyone.
yes, feel better too.
Wait a second.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a long time for a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never tried it, and I feel like, oh, no, I better go check it
I
out.
walked by it.
Restaurant
somebody
around
bought
the
it.
corner from me.
Yeah.
2 years out of business,
Yeah.
and that's,
I feel like I go by some places and it's like, what's there? Like,
Mm.
it came and went, you know?
all right. We're good, Brian, to keep going? Okay. Alteration application, item 9. Alteration of on-premises liquor license for Mazi Hospitality Group Corp. Doing business as Anatolia 56 Taverna at 1066 Second Avenue. And this is to add Roadway Cafe, include the Roadway Cafe in the liquor license. Are there any representatives from Anatolia?
Yes, my name is Teddy. I'm the owner and manager here.
Yes, I recognize you, Teddy. I
Yeah.
live in- All right.
Eddie, how do I spell your last name?
SAGOS.
Okay, I noticed that you have a Roadway Cafe all set up, looks very nice.
Oh, thank you.
And a lot less permanent than the last one you had up.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of different, regulations that, we wanted to abide by, while building it. So we have, smooth transition into the summer.
Okay. I have no comments.
So this is just a change to the liquor license to accommodate the roadway.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a
Okay.
resolution in that in support of no objection?
There's no objection.
A second.
Just one more thing, just make sure when you set up the tables
Mhm.
and chairs next to the restaurant, that they don't encroach more than what is required by law, because in the
Got it.
past, they have narrowed the pedestrian passageway
Oh,
to less than what was required by the DOT.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that. We were building our roadway cafe and we couldn't really store anything in the street yet because the barriers didn't come. So we had some stuff up against the building, but we resolved that and everything is into the roadway cafe at the moment.
Okay. All right, do I hear a resolution of no objection? Oh,
no objection.
second? All right, resolution of no objection has been made. Do I hear the no objection to this resolution? Hearing none, resolutions passed by unanimous consent.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, second one, item 10. Alteration for on-premises liquor license for IOTA, 244 Park, doing business as Barfly at 244 Third Avenue. Okay, this alteration is to add a roadway cafe and sidewalk seating to liquor license. I remember them coming through, I guess, 3 meetings ago. We approved their sidewalk seating and roadway cafe. So this is just
Same thing.
the same thing. Alteration.
Yes. Barfly Neighborhood Institution for 37 years, Megan? Megan? Yeah, she was watching the Knick game. There ought to be a rule about community board meetings on Knick games. Nice.
If you can punish yourself that way.
Ooh.
Just
Okay.
saying. Hey, I'm a Mets fan, so.
You're not sleeping nights.
Yeah. All right, so, yeah, I know this, we have no issues in approving the roadway and sidewalk seating when this came
Megan,
through.
say hello to the nice people.
Hi, sorry, I accidentally had you muted. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. I'm Megan Joy, one of the owners of Barfly.
I mentioned 37 years. Is that right?
Yeah, 1987. So whatever that is.
Wow. Longer than I thought.
Yeah, it's 39.
Okay. All right.
Wow, time flies.
Yeah.
Are there any comments from members of the committee? I have no comments. Members of the community?
Members of the community, if you'd like to speak, please raise your hand.
Okay.
Resolution with no objection.
Second.
Resolution, no objection?
Second.
Second?
There we go.
Sorry. Right, do I hear any objection to resolution of no objection? Hearing none, passed unanimously. We wish you another 37 years of good business.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
guys.
so much.
Just remember, you got to believe.
You gotta believe.
Have a good night.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Right. Okay, we already did number item 11. Item 12, alteration for on-premises liquor license for 48 Restaurant Associates doing business as Abra Estiatorio at 145 East 48. Again, an alteration to add sidewalk seating to the liquor license. I know we had approved this sometime in the past, sidewalk seating. Is there a representative available?
I see, Ms. Ruiz. If you could unmute. Ms. Ruiz, if you could just unmute. I don't know if you want to come back or. Here, but.
You can't remotely unmute.
No, you can
all I
unmute
can
that.
do is ask them to unmute, yeah.
Well, considering there are other people here from other establishments, maybe we can come back.
Well, actually, I had no comments about this. I mean, we looked at this some time ago. It was passed unanimously, and, actually, the only question I had was when they're gonna remove the scaffolding there. It was pretty ugly when you were gonna want to go to the restaurant.
Actually, I had a question just about, there's no outreach to upstairs neighbors, which does seem different when you have a SL, you have a sidewalk cafe.
Uh-huh.
But I'm happy to come back to it.
Is Rosa a representative of the establishment?
I think she's the owner, I think she was on the.
Louise? You could unmute.
That's why I'm saying we should come back to it.
Yeah.
That would be
You wanna
my
vote on it?
suggestion.
Yeah.
I would just come back to it. We have some questions to ask,
Okay,
but
okay.
she's not available, so.
All right, we'll do that. Okay, item 13, light over.
But I have to say, I have been to other Joju's, in
This
in
is,
Queens.
oh, really?
I think there's like 2 or 3 of them. Really, really good. I
Okay.
think there actually used to be another one in this neighborhood. But go ahead, next one.
You know, I'm joining, so get out of my way. Don't be. I'm now, so just don't be behind me. No, I'm fine, thank you. No, make noise.
Item 14.
Okay.
Joju, yeah.
Hi, I'm
here.
Oh, Ms. Ruiz, is here, so,
Okay.
go back.
Oh, okay, so this is an alteration to add sidewalk seating to the liquor license. I know we had approved this, under the DOT sidewalk seating some time ago. And this is making sure that they are in compliance with the SLA requirements.
Yes, sir.
There were 2 questions though, Anton. No, you both.
Well, the only question I had was, when is that scaffolding gonna come down?
I honestly have no idea. It's annoying the crap out of me too, but I can ask. Because even when I was trying to like grab a picture, I was like, oh my God, when is the scaffolding gonna go away? I honestly don't know. I can try to get an estimate from them.
No, I'm not joking, but you know, this
Yes.
surely affects your business.
Yeah.
It absolutely has been. And just so you also know, this Sidewalk Cafe is within the property line. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything is in accordance with the SLA and everything else.
Okay.
Anne asked about
Any other
the
question?
neighbors.
Well, I asked about neighbors, and on our questionnaire, we have a question about doing outreach to upstairs neighbors. And it seems like that might be relevant for sidewalk cafes where like people are outside in the summer, and you know, it is a question we ask. It's not a deal breaker, but
Yeah. And I understand. And normally I wouldn't even with it being within the property line, I would have done more outreach, but I did receive things a little bit short notice. That was the only reason.
all right.
How many years have you been at that location?
Oh my God. I think they've been there. I would have to pull up my records to see, but I think they've been there at least 10 years now.
Yeah,
Well,
seems like it's been a while.
They've been
Yeah.
around a while.
Yeah, there have been no complaints, Brian, I presume.
Yeah.
No, we haven't
No,
had-
this is a very nice run, establishment. They have multiple locations and
Yeah.
And they, I know you guys just submitted your 30-day notice, so there wasn't a lot of time.
yes.
Okay,
Resolution with no.
any other questions? Any comments from members of the community? Raise your hand. Nope. Do I hear a motion of no objection to this alteration license?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All right. Do I hear no objection to the no objection from any member of the committee? Hearing none, this is passed unanimously. And I think we're good.
Thank you.
Send the
Enjoy your
resolution.
evening.
Thank you, you
Thank you.
too.
Yes,
Take
hope
care.
that stuff comes down.
Bye.
Yeah, they've been there 10 years and we haven't received any complaints.
No.
I'm sure the neighbors probably complain more about the scaffolding.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay, goal 13, was laid over. So this was no application for temporary retail permit for Joe Jew. Did they give a reason why they wanted to, lay it over?
Yeah, they wanted more time to, post and to.
Okay, fine. That's not an issue. Next one, number 14, new application, temporary retail permit for on-premises liquor license for Artemis Earth and Sea LLC doing business as Artemis at 850 Third Avenue. Is that the name of the space shuttle?
Yeah, I was thinking, what a perfect timing.
Yeah.
I didn't say Artemis.
Okay, and is there a representative for
Yes.
Artemis?
Hi, everybody. Kathleen Stathopoulos. I'm here.
Okay.
How are you?
Okay,
Yes,
this is
Artemis.
This is basically a new restaurant. You have.
Brand new restaurant. Yes, Artemis, just so you know, means the goddess of wilderness, which is why I guess they named the space shuttle that. So it is that. Oh, and just going back 1 minute to your previous question about Avra. I represented Avra for the Sidewalk Cafe as Rosa does their liquor licenses. And I just spoke to Arturo this morning and that scaffolding is coming down in July.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt her, but I just spoke to him just before and he said it's coming down in July. That's what they've been told. So just so you know.
So when would you open your doors?
Well, we're still doing construction, so it probably will not be until the end of the summer. I actually, Stavros Aktipis is one of the owners. It's Stavros and his son, Andreas. He was on with us a long time, but he owns Kalari Taverna on 44th Street. And he said, I have to go upstairs. So I tried texting him. I have to go upstairs to work. So I tried texting him, but he hasn't joined me yet. So I'm not sure if he will be able to make it. But they are still doing construction, the Mystic construction. So I don't think it will be until after the summer, the very end of the summer.
Okay, well, 850 Third Avenue, I've gone by many times. There was a restaurant there.
No, is that where that was? I was trying to visualize it. I think that's been empty a long time.
Yeah, it has. I think it might have been a retail store before this. I don't think it's ever been I don't think there's been a liquor license there before.
Yeah, I think it was an ATM.
Oh, man.
Like that's what I'm just pulling up my brain.
It's a commercial building. I know that. It's a completely commercial building.
It was like before COVID though, I think it's been empty.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
It was Antel.
So I can tell you a little bit about it. So I do have a few changes. So when I did this questionnaire right away as soon as you sent it to me, and I had indicated in that they were going to be open 11 to midnight every day of the week. But they did indicate to me just yesterday that they wanted to stay open till 2 a.m. on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So I did want to bring that to your attention. And the other change is that I wrote that it was in background music, but they did indicate that the reason they want to stay open on a Friday or Saturday is they did think that occasionally they might have a jazz band downstairs. It's the 2 floors. It's the ground floor and the basement. The ground floor has I would say about 120 seats and the basement has 40. They have one customer bar upstairs that has 9 stools, and then downstairs is just a service bar. No open doors, no open windows, no outdoor seating. Soundproofing is being installed now. They will have a limiter on their sound system. And they own, very familiar with the restaurant business. I said they own Kalari Taverna. They also own Butterfly Chicken at 18 West 45th Street. And Stavros owned a lot of establishments throughout his career. And not sure what else I could tell you, but I can answer any questions you have.
You got an email for the manager? That was not.
Yes. Yeah, that would be Andreas. That's his son, and I can definitely provide you with his email.
Great.
So 1 second. I can to you right now. Just 1 second.
Do I hear any comments from members of the community? Members of the committee?
Okay, I'm ready with the email. So his email is Andreas, Andreas, at Kalari Group, all one word, KELLARI Group, GROUP.com.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
do I hear a resolution, no objection, with the stipulation that their hours of operation can change from their application for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
2 a.m.
2 a.m., sorry. All right, 2 a.m., which is not unreasonable for Third Avenue.
No.
And
Actually, it's fine. That's
I know the
right.
stipulations, but I could online.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yes, that, where will the live music be taking place? Upstairs or downstairs?
No, downstairs in the smaller, it's a smaller restaurant downstairs that has about 40 seats.
Okay, and that, right. The background music is changed to background music upstairs and possibility of a live music in the basement.
Correct.
Okay.
Just on the weekend, a jazz band. Yeah.
Okay, because these tips go to the State Liquor Authority.
Right,
and that-
right. I know that. Yeah, I know that. And I wondered if I should send you an amended community board notice, just to fix that. Would that be all right with you? I just emailed that to you.
Okay. Kat, do you have something?
No, I was gonna do motion of no objection with stipulation.
Okay, motion of no objection. Who seconded it? Second, all right, motion has been made, seconded, do I hear any objections? None heard, motion is adopted unanimously. Okay, great, so we'll be expecting the altered application and, we'll be sending the resolution to the full board for transmittal to the State Liquor Authority.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice evening.
Thank
Good luck on your afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Okay. You got that, Brian?
Yep.
Number 15, new application temporary retail permit for on-premises liquor license for Operation Basement One LLC doing business as Bar Enzo at 1073 First Avenue, Space B. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Did you submit to us a picture on, that should be posted on the front door that you would be appearing or that we would be discussing your liquor license application?
I had sent it to my liquor attorney, but I'm not sure if it found its way to you all. But it is up there.
Okay. Okay, I just, your hours of operation, one of the things it says you will be a coffee shop by day and a bar by night. I don't understand.
Yeah. So I also own the Greats of Craft a few blocks away on 54th and First Ave.
Okay.
This will be a bit different of an atmosphere, but similar in the sense of serving coffee by day and then drinks by night here.
Okay, Yeah,
One of my sons lives at Grapes of Craft and works on his computer at your bar.
Oh, that's wonderful. Tell him thank you so much.
I think that's like, we were seeing more of those kinds of applications, like bakeries, cafes, and.
It like helps to keep the space alive all day, you know. Yeah.
So that's what Grapes of Craft does great, breakfast stuff.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
okay,
So.
all right.
I do have a couple of things from the questionnaire. One is that I suspect that these are just like oversights, but we might want a new, a revised one that.
Sure.
It says it does not reply with their certificate of occupancy.
No, it has it. Yeah.
I'm sure that can't be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be here otherwise.
Yeah.
And also that there was no outreach to the upstairs neighbors, which again, we heard from somebody else, and it's not an outside space, but.
No, but yeah, we've spoken to the neighbors, the retail neighbors, as well as like the residents upstairs.
That's a small building, right?
Yeah, it's not too big. Yeah.
Okay.
But could we get
resend it? Yeah.
Yeah, just like because to say that we signed off on, assuming that's what's gonna happen, that we signed off on something that said it does not comply.
No problem. Yeah.
It makes us all look bad.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Thank you.
That area, First Avenue, seems to be leasing up. I noticed that Boone's Korean fried chicken open on one side and Boone's ice cream is open on the other side.
Take your poison.
Yes. Okay, are there any comments from members of the community?
I don't see any reason.
Any more comments from members of the committee? Okay. Do I hear a resolution of no objection?
No objection.
With the steps that the establishment will send us a revised questionnaire with the indication that they do comply with the certificate of occupancy. What is the second one?
Had that they had spoken to the upstairs neighbors.
And that you have reached out to your neighbors.
Second.
So I will leave that.
Second, you are having a motion of no objection with the stipulation. Do I hear any objection to the resolution? None?
Just one question, if I may. So when will alcohol be served? Will that be all day or will that be?
No, the thinking is it wouldn't start until about noon.
Okay.
So noon to close it.
Noon to closing. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Is that pretty much what Crafts is doing?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right, resolutions prepared unanimous with the stipulations. This will be sent to the full board and then to the state liquor authority. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Good luck.
When are you gonna?
Hopefully in June.
Well, you've got a great business model there with the grapes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. One day at a time. Thank you.
Okay. Next one, 16 new application, temporary retail permit for on-premises liquor license for Host 367 LLC doing business as to be determined at 367 Third Avenue. I think this was discussed last month.
I think it was, and it was like, literally, the thing was like, it literally strikes me as a very technical change. So I'm totally happy to basically take our reso from last month and just change it to, the different entity name.
Well, it's the same entity name. The only thing is they had to change their 30-day
Oh,
notice.
yeah.
Right, that they're gonna acquire the assets,
Right,
well, not
and
acquire the assets, the
and
prior
they're not,
tenant
they
as
have their
originally
own lease
intended,
now,
but they're gonna do a direct lease with
yeah.
the landlord. I think the technical change only, I don't have any.
I have one.
No,
Yeah.
Not an objection, just, we had discussed last month, that their hours of operations would be changed from, they wanted it originally to be 4 AM all days. But we
Oh,
talked
yeah.
to them about the nicety of a 12-month period. And we came up with, I think, as memory serves, and your minutes were helpful, like Sunday to Tuesday till 1, Wednesday was till 2, Thursday through Saturday
okay.
was till
That-
4.
yeah.
That wasn't in the updated questionnaire, so I just wanted to point that out.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I just put, the previous questionnaire there.
Oh, yeah, no, but just to, and mention this, Joseph, the operation basement, so I wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make sure that we're consistent. If it's not on the questionnaire that we do our
Yeah,
due
yeah.
diligence, make sure it is.
Good catch.
Yeah, I copied the hours of operation from the last.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, so,
But that's it. That was all.
do we need to vote on this?
If it's gonna be a new reso,
Okay,
say.
do I hear a motion?
Motion of no objection.
Unless you just wanna let
Second.
the other one stand, which.
Well, I
It's on
think
the
they,
agenda.
I think it's.
yeah,
on the
and if
agenda.
they, like, they made the effort to
Mhm.
do it, I think we should.
Yes.
Yeah. How much effort is it, right?
Okay. Very good.
So Cat moved and who seconded? I
did.
seconded. Oh, good.
Whatever.
We all do.
And
Here a second, there a second, everywhere a second.
adopted unanimously? Okay,
Sure, half of it's seconded it. Yeah.
okay,
Country.
discussion of in 0655 2026. And the latest I have is that it's in committee, on committee in March. I didn't see any minutes from the committee, so basically, I think this proposed law is to have year-round sidewalk, which we already have, but year-round roadway cafes, and also to extend the sidewalk seating to supermarkets.
I'm super confused about this because last time it was presented to us as like one item, but there were actually 3 bills.
Oh, I don't know.
And, right, and same thing, but I think this specific bill, again, did not have a ton of time to look at this. But I think this one was just saying grocery stores could have sidewalk
That's
seating.
seating, yes.
And I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with, like, cause the other ones were like basically getting rid of, like classifications of like regional corridors. And it was sort of confusing and frankly, I'm a little bit, it would be nice to hear from some of the elected who are proposing this.
And why was it proposed?
Yeah, and kind of addressing our concerns about it, because like if grocery stores can do the same things that a restaurant can do
Yeah.
in terms of sidewalk seating, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
But the other things, and I think, is that the legislation?
This is the legislation here, so the summary is the bill would expand outdoor dining to allow grocery stores to apply for a sidewalk cafe license. It would remove seasonal restrictions on roadway cafe operation and provide the option to expand footage for certain cafes upon consent.
Oh, okay, because yes, that was the third one, was whether they could take up space in front of an adjacent.
Yeah, that's all in this one bill.
Yeah, like, no. Like,
Yeah, so it
no.
says, any person owning, leasing, managing, or operating a ground floor establishment with less than 20 feet of frontage may expand their roadway cafe to the roadway adjacent to the curb in front of the abutting property, subject to the permission of the commissioner and the abutting property.
I like this better, it's three different bills, like, I think they're mushing stuff together that is, I don't feel comfortable with.
I'm not uncomfortable with it, but yeah, the only thing that is a little bothersome to me is roadway cafes 12 months of the year. We do have snow in the city on occasion.
But they're already, that's, yeah, like,
And-
again, that's what they're talking about doing, and also getting rid of like regional corridors and.
I also remember us having a dialogue about this a couple months ago, Anton, and
I'm sorry?
when we had a conversation about this a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
one of the things that I had raised was, I think that this bill started with Brooklyn City Council folks.
That's right.
And I mentioned that the dynamics between each borough is different. What's done in Brooklyn isn't necessarily comparable for Manhattan city streets, despite my advocacy for our small businesses in our district to have access to roadways and capital. That was my issue, is that we don't have the infrastructure. We're not Europe, where we have expansive arterways. And when we're talking about the transportation committee that comes up with bike lanes and other issues and emergency vehicles, those are some of the issues that we were bringing up 2 months ago.
I hear you about Brooklyn, because
Yeah.
the streets are different in Brooklyn.
Right.
And if you have roadway cafe and there's only 3 lanes
Right.
and it snows, even when it doesn't snow, it does
It's
affect
different.
Yeah.
traffic flow.
And I will just say, having Googled this, and I so hate using AI, but the key details of the proposal include simplified procedures, streamlines the review process, including reduced input from community boards to accelerate approvals.
Yeah, so it would add,
I-
the community board shall not require the petitioner to supply the board with additional written materials other than the petition and the agreed upon modification.
The bill is backed by industry groups, e.g. DoorDash, as a boost for small businesses, while some community groups express concerns about the loss of public space management. Oh, and the related legislation is 0628 2026.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, that's AI. So could be slop.
Yeah, I'd be interested in hearing, from Virginia Maloney and.
For sure.
And Harvey.
Yeah.
And she's she's chair, I think, of small
Why,
business.
I just wanna hear why they wanna do some of
Yeah.
these things,
Yes.
cause the
I-
roadway doesn't make common sense, 12 months, but it's.
Mm.
And I don't have an issue with grocery stores, but. Let's hear why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And then why do they wanna cut community boards out of it?
Okay, I think, Virginia Maloney showed up at the last
Comes
board
from
meeting.
board.
the full board. And Harvey also shows up.
He often does.
So I think, we can,
But I think we should ask them, I mean, this is not super time sensitive, right?
not as far as I can see,
I might suggest that we ask either both of them to send
Comment on
a
it.
rep
Yeah.
to our committee
Yeah.
meeting and have a more substantial discussion about it.
If they don't show up themselves.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's a committee meeting. I understand that.
Should we do a resolution, simple resolution on that we're asking them to, or is that too formal for us to do?
Yeah.
Just do it.
I think to have a resolution to ask them to show up.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
that's too much.
But we can
but we can certainly nudge it.
unofficially, and
And say, wouldn't you like our support? Talk us into it.
Yeah,
Right?
go to what we're
Right, to
saying.
prepare to talk about.
They haven't sponsored.
Neither of them have.
No.
But I mean, Julie Menon
Julie Bennett,
Yes.
is, I think she's the lead on
Yeah.
this and she's not far away.
there's juice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another idea in this great dialogue is what other community boards in Manhattan
Yeah,
are talking about this. Like, I think that would also be influential.
interesting. I feel like I mean, certainly, I mean, CB5 has, but I like having spent the day with CB2 folks. I could, but they have an entirely separate committee just for cannabis because they get so many applications. Yeah.
Brian, I know Jesus goes to this is
Borough Board? Borough Service Cabinet meeting.
Yeah.
maybe
Sandy goes to Borough Board.
we can bring it up.
I mean, anybody could ask Sandy this, but I have a call scheduled with her tomorrow. I could just ask her whether this has come up at Borough Board. I mean, you guys can do that as well.
Okay. Appreciate the volunteering.
Scheduled calls.
Yeah, I think, if I might summarize the discussion, there are pros and there are cons, but we don't have enough information. We haven't got any real input
Yeah.
from the electeds.
Makes no sense.
And from our view, in terms of all the roadway cafes we looked at and the sidewalk cafe approvals we put through, there are some substantive questions, especially for the roadway stuff. And as you said, Kat, this is Manhattan. Brooklyn is different in terms of Queens is different. Staten Island, I don't even think fits in this. What do I think? It's the Bronx.
Yeah.
And I feel for some of our electeds that this has to be citywide. It can't be just for Manhattan. Yeah. Okay. Any further discussion on this? Okay.
I'm sort of, I'll wait till I do the recorded thought.
What's that?
No, I was gonna make a comment, but I'll hold it.
Okay. Where are we? Valk handbook.
Oh, boy.
Brian, I know you sent an email out on this and, Kat, I think you commented on it as well as Sandy. I haven't
did
gotten
too.
back any comments.
I thought I commented on that.
Oh, okay. Perhaps you can send a separate email to everybody with the comments so far and ask, please, if you have any comments, please include them. If you don't have any comments, say so. Okay. And I'm gonna talk to Ann. We'll have to try to clean up the checklists. Because I think for somebody new coming into the committee, they're very precise. Hit the points that we should be discussing. Everybody agree with that?
Yeah, from what I can see, the Bach handbook will be the gold standard for the handbooks.
That's right.
And I commend you, Anton, for putting it together, because I don't like the implication that's been floating around in CB6 that bulk is like, oh, there's a lot of work with that. Oh, there's just like a lot of scarcity kind of thoughts. And as a newer member to this committee, I think I've learned a lot in the last 12 months, but with that handbook, had I had it, I might have.
You have to step up.
Yeah. So I think with incoming community board members, this would be an asset.
Okay, chair's report. Ann and I, Brian, attended a meeting, the Office of Cannabis Management. The title of the meeting was the Community Reinvestment Program. Let me say, I have 8 comments I made. And this is not from us. This is from the people who have cannabis licenses or applying. One, great difficulty in contacting the Office of Cannabis Management or getting any answers out of them. 2, there's, upstate structural impediments to where stores can be set up, because what you can do in Podunk, New York, you can't do here. You can't,
Proximity
Yeah.
issues.
there was issues where with growing the product, where. And what's happening, apparently they were not able to, or if you need product, there's not enough product from New York State, which is the law. They've been getting it from California or from other places in the country. No,
And that was the whole purpose of the law, wasn't it?
yes.
So,
Yes.
Bureaucracy. Regarding how the cannabis store is storing its samples and what kind of inventory controls they have.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. 5, poor review of application by OCM. The administration process is cumbersome. And there were issues between small vendors and chains coming in. So, one more.
what were the issues with the chains?
They're pushing out or making it difficult for the smaller operators.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on where people are building chains in non-obvious ways where they'll take an ownership and have effective control, but they still will say, oh, it's like this small business. And I mean, look at Flintstone, right? It's all over the city. Yeah.
Okay,
Every new application, I think I always asked, are you in New York State?
right, yes.
Well, and we actually, the guy who wanted to go into the Esophageal space, and we probably will.
That's
He has another one in the Bronx, which I had forgotten, but I actually was Googling an address in the Bronx and I saw Herbwell. I was like, wait a minute, like a block away, like Fordham, it's a big commercial area.
Yeah.
And then he has one in, or she, it's his mom, right? Has one in Massachusetts as well. And I mean, it's supposed to be sort of 3 in New York. Is like what the limitation is. And so if he did get this store on Third Avenue, that would be a third location in New York.
And theoretically, you couldn't expand beyond that under the same legal setup.
Right.
But then again, he could have his brother or sister, uncle.
I mean, and that's the thing, and we can talk about this after because Anton and I were both at this meeting last week. It was like longer ago. But I was at this meeting today where it's like you can see.
Right, I was gonna ask you about that.
Notes I came away with, but we can finish yours.
I'm pretty much what I want to say. And again, I said this almost from the beginning. When the cannabis applications came up, that the OCM is still not very efficient. I don't think it's being run by.
Yes. Inefficient or nefarious? That's the question. Because, so one of the questions I asked today is, we heard sort of several stories of companies, licensees that were sort of clearly bad actors, not supported by their community. One place was like, it's in an R6 district, like there should be no commercial activity. That should be like step 1, like straight no on it. And OCM is really pushing to, like, they keep saying yes to them, basically. And so it's really unclear, and kind of one of the responses was, you know, they don't want to say no. That it's just,
Well, you know, we don't want, in terms of small businesses in our district, we don't want to push them out. We want to keep them because
sure.
that's the bloodline, the bloodline of their mom and pop operations or even larger operations. But, you know, there are rules and regulations.
so one thing that came out as a strategy that might be useful is that when we get a notice, like the notice to municipality, if there's something wrong or even like something that's missing, we can push back on that to OCM and say, this should be voided because it is deficient. And apparently that is something they respect.
Okay.
And that kind of may give us more time.
Well, I hope so. We know we have the issues with the DOT. We see some of the schematics that they passed to us and I said, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't make, you can't do this.
Right.
But it's a application made and it's sent to us.
Yeah.
With no, you know, with no comments or anything. I don't know what they did when they talked to the applicant, if they talked at all, but apparently.
Well, and you know, I think one of the issues, like we were talking about the issues with advertising, like plan advertising,
Yes.
which I'm sure is not just a CV6 issue, that, you know, it's okay by DOT rules, but it is
Not
not
okay by
OCM rules.
Yeah.
But the two of them are not talking
No.
together. And I honestly had that issue with the idea of like our DSNY. I'm sure DSNY is not thrilled about the idea of, you know, 24/7 or 12-month a year, like, you know, roadway
Roadway
cafes and
cafes.
making it everywhere. So, and I just feel like the interagency stuff is not being addressed.
Well, like many government organizations, you have
Yeah.
those fiefdoms and there they will talk to each
Oh, yeah.
other.
I'm sorry, I got distracted, because so I asked, like, we've seen all these things about OCM approving things that should not have been.
Yeah.
So I asked, have you ever seen an instance of OCM disapproving a license that otherwise seemed fine, like not community, like proximity was fine, community support was there, whatever, and nobody could think of an example of
Yeah.
that. So it's like the mistakes all go in one direction.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay. I have noticed though, just offhand, there doesn't seem to be that many illegal shops around.
No, but that's us, because people in Brooklyn were talking about, there were some applicants, licensed applicants there. And they were saying they were struggling a little bit. It's hard. It's really hard as an applicant, but they were saying that there will be places that appear to be legal. And so when they run a proximity report from there, that they're like, oh, like there is no place in that. So, but I agree. I don't think we have the same problems with the illegal shops that we did a few years ago.
Right, a couple of years ago, it's practically every corner, at least in the area.
Right.
But
Harvey Epstein is introducing a law saying that if a smoke shop, like well, we used to call head shops, right? Like they sell cigarettes, they sell whatever gear. If they sell tobacco, they would lose their tobacco license, which I'm not sure that's worse than like having product seized. And I mean, I guess it's more long-term, like on our SLA questionnaire, we ask, have you ever had a license revoked? So that's interesting. So we might want to talk to Harvey about that too.
And not just tobacco, but the vaping too, anything like that would be
Right, right. That's, I thought that
That
was,
would be very strong.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Any other old or new business to discuss?
well, I have some process thoughts. Do you want to hear them?
Sure.
Cause the discussion of a handbook, that
Yeah.
was that while I was peeing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have many ideas because I'm a process thinker. And I can write up these notes, which I very much do not have time for. But we do have, this is half of it, but like the thing that I wrote up that
Mhm.
was how I evaluate different licenses, and I got some more ideas on that today. One of the other conversations I had with a couple of other community board members were like, how do we deal with time limits when we have like a 30-day notice or a 60-day notice? And one community board in Brooklyn does they only don't, oh, I think this is actually CB2, they only don't meet in August. The full board meets, they are only off 1 month a year. And exec has authority during summer months to authorize or to, approve. And the two committees, they allow approvals of our, like us.
Mhm.
It's called them, it's different, but land use also, because land use also can have tight deadlines. And in one case, they did it by resolution. And actually the Brooklyn CBA allows committees, and I'm sorry, that's the one that was land use. Both the land use and the Business Affairs Committee, there, during the months when the full board is not meeting, they allow the committees themselves, like that, to approve, and that like is of legal standing. It's still like and then in September, it's ratified, thank you.
Okay, okay.
In one case, they did it by a change of bylaws, in the other case, they did it by a resolution. So that's an exact, like a discussion at exact, but I
Yeah.
thought it was really interesting, because it is a struggle, because like we have stuff that we can't get, like especially because we don't meet in July or August, lazy Manhattan, so we only go to the Hamptons. Guess I'm going to Paris. Oh, no, even worse. Okay, I'm just looking, I had so many notes and.
Bring up a question, Anne, if you don't mind me asking a
No.
question. Is that a preference of CB6 or is that like
July,
something
August
that,
thing?
yeah. So I'm like, technically I signed a commitment for 12 months per year. So I wasn't expecting that. So I'm
Oh,
just
that's a
curious.
good point, I don't.
Yeah,
know.
no, when I signed on as
Charter
a,
doesn't ours.
So we could theoretically do
Right.
like what the legislation does and meet 6 months a year.
no, but I'm just curious where.
You still have to meet.
Right, you have to
The
meet
other
your
months.
deadlines of the thing, but yeah, that's a good point.
Is it a
And
preference
they,
or is it-
those committees are required to meet in those off months. Whereas I think the way we do is we say if necessary, like
Yeah.
we'll meet.
It's always necessary. though.
Yeah, it's always necessary, because, people are starting businesses. There are some other things, there's some things that, I will write this up, but it won't be until next week, and hopefully that I can still remember what my little scratches meant.
What, Ryan, when is our next executive committee meeting?
Third, isn't it?
Well, our next bulk meeting is gonna be June 3rd, yes.
Oh, the executive,
Yeah, sorry.
But the executive committee, they always meet the third, Wednesday, so the week after.
Wednesday, May
full
24th.
board. May 20th.
20th, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think I'm actually, I had spoken to Sandy because,
Hello?
go ahead, Paige.
Took me 5 minutes to do that, but to begin with, if I understand correctly, is somebody saying that this committee does not meet during the summer? I've been on
No,
Saying full board doesn't meet in the summer usually.
the year I've been on this committee through the entire summer. We don't get the summer,
no, we said full board doesn't meet.
that's different. Full board will meet if there's a necessity.
Right, and Paige, my question was that a preference for CB6? Or is that like just something that we've accustomed to? Because I feel like if there is time-sensitive things, and you just answered my question of like, if it is required, so I'm like, well, then why doesn't full board meet during the summer?
Yeah, I don't remember.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you've been on the board longer than I have, but I've only been on the board 10 years, and I don't remember it ever meeting during full board ever.
July or August, no.
Yeah. And the New York City Charter says, except during the months of July and August, each community board shall meet at least once each month within the community districts and conduct at least one public hearing each month.
Okay.
So I don't think it's at the next exact, I think I had a conflict. But, I had said that I would, talk to the board about some of these process issues that if there are things that we can do that are just kind of gonna smooth the way for all of us.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I mean, especially for training new members and everything.
Right.
So I'm really eager about that.
Yeah.
I'm
Especially with
hesitant.
Permanent's coming.
I think there's a hesitation to go through the whole bylaws process, because
Agreed.
that's just technically that's a 3-month process, but really it's like a 6-month process.
Yeah.
And one of the things, that's all that.
But the other thing, I have asked, I haven't gotten it yet, but CB2 has a 72 questionnaire for, do you have that? Have you seen that questionnaire? For OCM for cannabis
I think Mara
application?
has shared it.
Okay, because I asked her to email it to me, and I don't know that we want to adopt it, but it certainly. If we got answers to at least, we can pick the questions that we
Right.
care about the most.
Yeah.
If we get those answers, like the meetings can be a lot smoother. And I will request, as I have many times, if we create that questionnaire, the questions should be numbered.
Yeah.
So we can say, on question 32.
Right.
Just
I
saying.
agree. And if you could forward it to the members of the committee?
What?
The 72 questionnaire,
Well, if you have it, or I asked Mar to send it to me.
Yeah,
so-
I think I have it.
so we can look at it, maybe discuss it over the summer.
Yeah, looking at the lake, I'll be typing.
Okay. All right, where are we? Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Yes. Okay. We adjourned. Ready at 8:45 p.m.